the new Renault 5 EV. I've been looking forward to driving this one. Today we're down at Charleshurst Renault, have a look around the car and get that drive. Let's jump in. The Renault 5 is one of those EVs I've been really looking forward to getting in and driving. Sort of brings me back to my younger days, boy racer days, with the Renault 5 GT Turbos. Driving about were always a cool wee car back in the day. So when I saw Renault was making this retro sort of style Renault 5, which looks fantastic by the way, I was very keen to get down and have a drive in it. So this is the first opportunity we've had to actually get down. So this, all the Renault 5s now will be electric, and they'll come in 120 and 150 brake horsepower. This is the 150 brake horsepower. So we're going to have a wee drive and see what it's like. But first off, we're going to have a wee chat around the cabin. Quite funky inside. Some nice materials. It's actually for a small car. Plenty of room. Not sure what the room's like behind me for the cameraman, but for me here, plenty of leg space. Plenty of space either side. You know, all feels very comfortable. Seating position. Quite spacious, more spacious than what I thought. So we've got a sporty steering wheel here. One thing that was strange, the gear lever, I know a lot of them have moved up to here, but I've yet to find out where the park is on it. So we have currently been using neutral with the handbrake on. I have no idea where there's a park button, but not that that's going to stop us. So we've obviously got our screen things here with sat nav. Everything else, to be honest, is spec, and it's fairly general sort of stuff you would expect in a car these days. Sort of nice carpeted sort of trim around the dash. Everything feels quite nice. The head cloth as well, headlining is like a grey, sort of textured as well. Seats, bucket style seats. Everything's just quite racy as you would expect for a car like this. Quite nice, quite like it. But let's go for a drive, see how it performs. In the 120 horsepower model, we have the base model, which is the Evolution, starts around 24 grand. Next model up is the Techno, and the top spec is the Iconic 5. This is the Techno model, but it then jumps up to the 150 brake horsepower. So in the 150, you don't have the Evolution, you just have the Techno and the Iconic 5 models. So the bigger battery car we're in at the moment has a range of around 255 miles, which isn't bad actually for a car this size. If you go for the 120 horsepower, that drops to about 193. Which again is probably fine for most drivers. Speed-wise, you will get 0 to 60 time of about 7.9 seconds in the 150 horsepower versus 9 seconds with the 120. In EV terms, they're not super quick, but then they don't need to be. They're small cars. And to be honest, the 150 brake horsepower at 7.9 seconds to 60 should be quick enough anyway. We have been stuck in traffic, so I don't know how quick that actually feels. One thing I do like is it's a nice small car, and it feels it just with sitting in the traffic. I'll say it feels it on the outside and the inside, not so much. There's definitely a good bit of space. Some of the car manufacturers are doing well with these sort of retro reincarnations of older models, like the Minis, Fiat 500s, those type of things. There's also a Renault 4 due as well, which was a sort of a bigger, I don't know if you would call it an SUV, probably not, but the older French cars, I'd say the Renault 4 is more like what today's crossovers would be like. So that'll be interesting when it arrives, but I think we're a few months off for that. Renault have priced these cars really well. They start at £23,000, going up to about £29,000 for the top spec model. So in EV terms, that's really, really low. EVs these days have got very expensive, you know, list prices have just shot way up. Obviously batteries are expensive, but I think the manufacturers have just been putting prices up anyway, probably because they can. So when I heard these were starting at, you know, low 20s for an EV, that's brilliant. I mean, even small cars this size in petrol or diesel are sort of around about that, maybe slightly less, but there's not an awful lot in it. So well done to Renault because the deals on them are very good as well. Definitely for if you're looking at a lease, contract hire, personal or business, salary sacrifice scheme, this will be a brilliant car for that. It's definitely seems to be priced right. So this is the first we've sort of got a bit of a run out of the traffic here. And car has a nice bit of lift. Wouldn't say it's super quick, but here it's fast enough for general sort of driving. It doesn't kick you back just as much as some EVs would, but what it does have is all these lane departure warnings and probably everything else telling me I'm doing stuff wrong. But all the cars have these built in now just for annoyance. Sorry, safety, I mean, for safety. Actually around the 40 miles an hour there is a wee bit more lift. But here, listen, this isn't supposed to be you know, like a Golf R type quick EV. It's a small hot hatch sporty type car. Doesn't need to be crazy power. Now if you do want something with crazy power, Renault are actually bringing out an RS turbo version of this, I think in 2027, which will have 540 horsepower. That'll be quick enough. I think not the 60s, quoted at 3.5 seconds, but it'll cost you about 100 grand. So I think there's maybe about 1,000 being built. I don't doubt they'll sell them actually. It looks pretty wild on the styling, and I think it can be customised quite a bit. So here we have it, the Renault 5 Techno. This is pop green, the colour, which looks pretty mad. It's if you come up closer, you'll see the fleck in the paint, very, very metallic-y. So that's obviously where the pop comes from. Ignore the bird crap. We got caught in a bird strike on the way up the road. With some nice features here with the 5 built into that. Mr. Cameraman, if we come across to the lights, the wee French flag in there. Some lovely details in the lights, and I love these fog lights as well. Again, see even more, there's a wee 5, I'm not sure if you can see that in the black there, built into that. Even texture on the front splitter. You've got that sort of same texture in the black strip here. We black surrounds around the lights. There's a lot of features in the car here. I say just small styling bits that do jazz it up a bit. Again, you have the 5 in here. Obviously black mirrors and things, fairly standard these days. With different, different coloured stripe up here, contrasting the black roof. And this is an extra as well with the 5 on the side. There's a lot of accessory type styling things you can add to this car. Some of the colours, the yellow one looks fantastic actually, I love the yellow. There's black, blue, there's different variations you can have, different decals. You can sort of personalise this car quite a bit to however you want it. Again, the styling continues round to the back here. These lights, a lot of detail in them. This strip runs on round, and again this as well, so we're a bit dusty here just with the dry roads. We'll have a look in the back. Boot's not too bad for a small car. We've got our charging cables and the cameraman's handbag in here. Do you know what? It looks very like the old car there. I don't know if anyone's been in a Renault 5. I remember being in them when I was younger. My brother had a Renault 5 GT Turbo at one point. But all of this, obviously, yes, it is a retro style of the old car, but it is very, very familiar with the old one. Also, a friend of mine, his mum had one back in the day, and we used to, as kids, we were able to lift the back wheel up. I'll not do it with this in case I harm it, but we used to go like this. Lift the wheel clean off the ground. I'm sure you're watching this, so you'll know who I'm talking about. This is there are back doors in the car as well. They've done away with the handle, which is handle there, which is hidden up there. Now, not massive space in the back. I could probably just about squeeze in behind myself, but again, look, it's a small car. It doesn't need to be massive in the back, and that's probably ample space for most adults to get in, and kids anyway. But all in all, great looking car with the diamond cut alloys there, 18 inch. It's probably, solid wheels, hasn't got the inserts. But yeah, listen, I think it looks fantastic. Great looking car. Let's jump back in, go for another spin. So just arriving back at the dealership here. Let me see if I can find reverse. I can. Oh, it's got a camera. Lovely. Really enjoyed the first drive actually in the Renault 5. I said I've been looking forward to this one. Big fan of these cars, and after driving it, I'm now definitely a fan. Very comfortable. Sorry again, I'm confusing myself here because I still cannot find where the park button is. So I'm putting it in neutral, handbrake on. Where the hell's the park button? There's probably one there somewhere, but anyway. Driving wise, brilliant driving car. Comfortable, it's quiet. It's definitely, there's loads of space in here for a small car. In the front, maybe not so much in the back. Feels well made, nice materials, nice and sporty. Lots of nice styling touches inside and out, which is where Renault were sort of aiming this car, the sort of retro hot hatch. I did mention before that the power, it does not to 60 in 7.9 seconds, which is brisk enough. I think nowadays we're so used to these EVs that have massive power outputs, which are just rocket ships, and they don't really need to be. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have the power. But if this car had a lot more power, it would be more expensive, it would be heavier, it might harm the range as well. But where Renault are aiming this, as I say, is a well-priced, budget, hot hatch type car. And if it has more power, it won't be. So I think they've got the right blend of the right price point, the right amount of power with a good range. So it sort of kept it at that level. So yeah, listen, it's a great car. As I say, it'll work well in the lease. Excuse me. Work well in the lease, business or personal, PCPs, and also our salary sacrifice scheme. This will be a great wee car on the salary sacrifice. But listen, the deals are strong on them. If you'd like any quotes or test drive, just come on over to the website, commercial-leasing.com, fill out one of the contact inquiry forms, and we'll give you a call back to get that arranged.